Brooklyn, are you in? Can you hear me? There's two of you this morning. Good morning. So this other one of you, let's see if we can, if I disconnect you by accident, I'm sorry. I think we'll just leave you in the waiting room there. So how was your weekend? Yeah. Yeah, and it's still showing, it's still trying to get you to join. Yeah. How was your weekend? It was good. I got to show you something real quick. I played in my second cornhole. You know what cornhole is, Brooklyn? I played in my second cornhole tournament ever in my life. And check this out. I won first place. Isn't that cool? And I got a $25 gift certificate. Yay. I was happy. Thank you. Thank you. Gracias. I think while we're waiting, I'm going to pull up my little video thing here. Did you do anything fun? Do you work, Brooklyn? I think we had this conversation. All right, shopping. What's your favorite thing to shop for? Mine are shoes. I like to shop for shoes. How about you? Shoes and jewelry. Yeah. I should have you do my shopping for me then, because I really don't like shopping for clothes. I do like to shop for shoes and I do like to shop for jewelry. Okay, so have you thought about the background? How do we rewrite this question with one of those pronouns that we practiced with? Seems like ages ago. ¿Quién bebe los refrescos? So if we wanted to rewrite the question, how would we do it? Remember, we found the verb and then we figured out which pronoun to use. Hola, Jomarian. ¿Cómo estás? How are you today? How was your weekend? So we're trying to figure out the warm up today, Jomarian. Good. Well, that's all right too. How would we rewrite this question? You're not answering the question, you're just rewriting it. Remember, we practiced those direct objects. Okay, make very good, very good, Brooklyn. Buenos dias, Arshad. How are you today? Arshad is your perfect, Jomarian. Perfect. Arshad, is your Go Guardian working? Good morning, Malia. We're trying to figure out our question today. How do we rewrite the question with the direct object pronoun? Have you all had your coffee this morning? Malia, how was your weekend? Goot? Okay, so my question to you all is, let's take a look behind me. Quien bebe los refrescos, right? Who's drinking the, in this case, coffee, right? And so my first question to you is, what would be the verb? What would be the verb? You guys can unmute. There's only 4 of us, 5 of us. What's the verb? Bebe. Very good. Okay, so if we're going to say who's drinking them, right? Then what would be our direct object or our pronoun that we would use? Them. If it's, yeah, very good, Brooklyn. Very good, Malia. If it's los refrescos, it would be los, right? And then since this is a action that's currently happening, right, of present tense verb, remember it goes in front of the verb, right? So if you said quien los bebe, you're absolutely right, right? Quien los bebe, who's drinking them? Okay. Bueno, good job. Okay, so we are going to practice a little bit today. It's kind of an easy, lazy type of Monday. I'm going to change my background real quick. Okay, clase behind me. Hoy es lunes, el 22 septiembre. Continuemos a practicar. So we're going to practice one more day con pronombres directos. And then we're going to switch over to what they call an indirect object, probably on Thursday. Okay. All right. Any questions about what we're doing today? So everybody, this is a participation day. I know it's Monday, but we need to kind of practice wakey wakey. I'm going to share my screen with you real quick. And we're going to, sometimes it helps to have, oh, you know, like somebody else explain something. So please make sure that you can hear this screen, okay? Because sometimes these are kind of hard to hear, at least on my end, okay? All right, so give me a thumbs up if y'all can see my screen. Thank you, Jomarian, Arshad, Malia, Brooklyn. Can y'all see my screen? Yep. Okay. All right, here we go. Make sure y'all can hear. Okay, Brooklyn, you ready?
Buenos días. Okay, so by now, you've either seen or figured out that most of the sentences we form in English and in Spanish are made up of a subject, a verb, and a direct object. The direct object answers the question, who or what? For example, Erika prepara la cena. Erika is the subject, and prepara is the verb. She prepares what? La cena. So, la cena is the direct object. It's what Erika prepares. Once you can see what the object of the sentence is, you can replace it with a direct object pronoun. The purpose of a direct object pronoun is to stand in for or take the place of the direct object. It's a good way to avoid using the same noun over and over. Take a look and listen to this. Camila quiere preparar café, pero no tiene café. Camila decide comprar café.
Okay, I hope y'all can hear, follow along with the words, Jo Marion, right?
En el supermercado. El café es muy caro y Camila paga el café con una tarjeta de crédito. Llega a su casa y decide que ya no quiere café. Prepara chocolate caliente. A little monotonous sounding, isn't it? That short text uses the word café 6 times. Now let's see and hear the same text again, with a direct object pronoun replacing the word café in a few places. Camila quiere preparar café, pero no lo tiene. Decide comprarlo en el supermercado. El café es muy caro y Camila lo paga con una tarjeta de crédito. Llega a su casa y decide que ya no quiere café. Prepara chocolate caliente.
Okay, I'm going to pause it there and I need your help. Okay, so take a look at the screen. And remember, you guys, we've been practicing with putting the direct object pronoun in front of the verb, right? That's where it belongs when we are working in present tense, right? But let's look at the first part of this sentence. And it says, quiere preparar, right? Wants to prepare. So there's one verb and two verbs. Okay. So our rules are different, right? Let's look at when we have two verbs. So let's look at this second sentence here. It says Camila, right? They're still talking about her. Decide comprar. She decides to buy. So once again, we have one verb and two. So when we have these two verbs, you guys, just a reminder, and we have these two verbs that immediately like follow each other, okay, and they're stuck together there, we have two choices. We can either put our direct object pronoun in front. So in this case, we could have said lo decide comprar, okay? Lo decide comprar, because this would be our first verb, right? Or notice what they did here. They attached it to the second verb, to the end of the second verb, okay? So notice, you guys, that this verb has not changed its spelling. Comprar. It is in the original form. We call that an infinitive. So whenever we have two verbs together, like in this case, the second one always has to be in the infinitive. And so if we have a direct object pronoun, we can either just attach it to the end of the word, okay? Or we could have taken our lo and started our sentence. Lo decide comprar, or decide comprarlo. Okay, so just want to point that out to you. All right, let's see.
This time, the direct object pronoun lo fills in for the word café 3 times. The text sounds a lot less repetitive and more natural, doesn't it? And that's the magic of these pronouns. So, the 4 pronouns we're reviewing today are lo, la, los, and las. The pronoun you choose must agree in both gender and number with the noun you're going to replace. In the example with Camila, the pronoun lo replaces café because both are masculine and both are singular. Ready for a few more examples? Las niñas prueban la sopa. Las niñas la prueban. Yo veo a mis amigos todos los días. Yo los veo todos los días. Did you happen to notice where the direct object pronoun was placed in each sentence? Let's use some of the examples to see. Camila lo paga con una tarjeta de crédito. Yo los veo todos los días. The pronouns in these 2 sentences are placed immediately before the conjugated verbs paga and veo. Camila quiere preparar café, pero no lo tiene. In this case, which is a negative sentence, the pronoun still precedes the conjugated verb, but it follows the negative word no. What about sentences with a verb plus an infinitive? Camila decide comprarlo en el supermercado. Wait, in this example, the pronoun is shown in a different spot. Can that be right? It is. When you have a conjugated verb like decide, followed by an infinitive, the pronoun can either go before the conjugated verb or it can be attached to the infinitive. So this sentence can really be stated in 2 ways. Camila lo decide comprar en el supermercado. Camila decide comprarlo en el supermercado. I understand that this might appear to be a little tricky at first, but with some practice, it'll get easier and easier. See you again soon.
All righty. Any questions, you guys? No preguntas. No preguntas. Any questions? Anything you want me to revisit? Okay. It's not difficult, right? It's just something that we have to learn how to do. Okay. I have a short story for us, but it's going to require, I'm hoping it'll work. Sometimes this particular one does not. And it will require you to answer some questions in the chat. So please make sure that you can see my screen. Please make sure that you can hear. Well, there's no text, but you make sure you can hear me. Okay. All right. Are we ready? Yes. Give me a thumbs up. This is a good story, you guys. This is a real good story. So pay attention. Okay. And then we'll put our answers in chat. Okay. It says rewrite the underlying sentence using a direct object pronoun. So la mujer vieja ve las galletas, right? The old lady sees the cookies. Ella quiere las galletas. She wants the cookies. We want to say she wants them. Is it going to be A, B, C, or D? Very good, Jo Marion. Make sure that you can see my screen. Good, Brooklyn. Is it going to be A, B, C, or D? Arshad, Malia, what do you think? She wants them. This is a good story. Y'all need to pay attention. Good, Malia. Arshad? Okay, well, let's see what y'all say. Most of you said D, so let's see if you're right. Okay, muy bien, because it's las galletas, right? They're feminine and plural, and so we would use las. So it would, D would have been our answer, okay? All right, here we go. This story is going to have an ending that you're not going to expect. Okay. Rewrite the underlined sentence. Okay, so la mujer pega, she hits la máquina con su cuerpo. So she hits the machine with her body, right? She hits it, la máquina. So is it going to be A, B, C, or D? We're replacing what's underlined, la máquina. A, B, C, or D? Pop it in the chat. Okay, good. Jo Marion, Brooklyn. Good. Malia and Arshad. A, B, C, or D? La máquina. Good, Malia. Arshad. All right, muy bien. So y'all are telling me la since it's feminine and singular. Muy bien. Good, Arshad. Okay. La mujer obtiene las galletas. So the woman gets the cookies. Okay, so it's las galletas. So is it A, B, C, or D? The woman gets them. A, B, C, or D? The woman gets them. Good, Malia. The woman gets them. It's plural. Las galletas. So what would our answer be? Good, Jo Marion. Rashad in Brooklyn. Good. Muy bien. So D, absolutely. Las, since it's las galletas. La mujer las obtiene. All right. La viejita, the old lady, come las galletas. So the old lady eats the cookies. So if we wanted to say she eats them, would it be A, B, C, or D? Arshad? What do you say? Good. Brooklyn? Good, Jo Marion? Good, Malia. ¿Qué piensas, Arshad? Muy bien. So you guys are telling me A. She eats them, las galletas, las come. Muy bien. Okay. El joven, the young man, escucha la música. So the young man listens to music. He listens to it. So would it be A, B, C, or D? Very good, Joe Marion. Are you sure? Oh, look again. La música. Good, Brooklyn. C. Good, Joe Marion. Malia Arshad. A, B, C, or D? Good, Arshad. Sí, muy bien. So la, you guys are telling me B. El joven la escucha because la música is singular and feminine, right? Very good. All right. El joven no oye a la mujer. The young man is not listening or doesn't hear the woman. So be careful. This one's negative. A, B, C, or D. Marion, very good. The young man doesn't hear her. Which would it be? A, B, or C? Good, Brooklyn. Good, Arshad. Malia, how about you? Very good. A, you guys. No la oye. Very good. And we're going to skip one. Okay. El chico manda un texto. He sends a text. The boy sends a text. He sends it. Very good, Joe Marion. Brooklyn, muy bien. He sends it. A, B, C, or D. Good, Arshad. So if it's un texto, that un is masculine and singular, and therefore C, right? Good job, you guys. El chico lo manda. He sends it. Now watch, it's going to change up here. All right. She sees him through the window. Careful on this one. This is a tricky one. A, B, C, or D. Ve is our verb to see, right? She sees him from the window. So think about how many verbs you have, et cetera, and where you would put it. She sees him through the window. You're half right. Half right. Joe. Him, right? He's a guy. She sees him. So if our verb is ve, right, then what do we do? Good, Malia. Anybody else? Good, Joe Marion. Okay, so if it's she sees him, we need something masculine and singular. So that tells us it's going to be lo, right? Well, we only have two of them or three of them here with lo. So then the idea is, where do I put it? Well, in A, that would not be attached to the end of that verb because we only have one verb, right? That's been conjugated, it's been changed, it doesn't go there. In D, they have it after the verb, and we know that's not true because it goes in front, right? We've eliminated C because that's feminine, so our answer would be B. She sees him, right, in front of the verb. Ella lo ve por la ventana. She sees him through the window. Okay, good job, you guys. All right, here it gets interesting. Oh, the woman has the cookies in her purse. She has them in her purse. So A, B, C, or D. Good, Jo Marion. She has them in her purse. Anybody else? Only have Jo Marion. There you go, Brooklyn. She has them, the woman has them in her purse, meaning the cookies. Good, Arshad. So what happened, you guys? What happened? She's got cookies in her purse. Let's see. Okay, if you said D, you're right, right? The woman has them, las, since it's las galletas. Okay, she sees the trash. La basura is trash. She sees it. A, B, C, or D. Good, Brooklyn. Good, Jo Marion. She sees the trash. She sees it. Good, Arshad. Yeah. So it'd be ella la ve, right? She sees it, referring to la basura, okay, the trash. The young man throws the trash. A, B, C, or D. Okay, good, Jo Marion. Good, Brooklyn. Malia, A, B, C, or D. El joven tira la basura. He throws it. Arshad, good job. Yes. Malia, what do you say? Very. So if it's la basura, it would be feminine, right? In singular. So B, muy bien. El joven la tira, right? He throws it away, okay? Okay, so it says, al fin, la vieja tiene la culpa o el joven tiene la culpa. So who made a mistake, la vieja or el joven, the old lady or the young man? So if it's la culpa, the lady has, we're going to use this verb tiene here. Can you try a quick sentence in the chat? we want to say either she has it or the young man has it, right? So we want to use, here's our verb. Okay. And then we're talking about guilt, la culpa, which is feminine and singular. So is it la vieja, right? Or el joven? Who has the guilt? Just pop a quick answer in the chat. The old lady has it. Okay, don't forget your verb. Right, we're using tiene right here. Okay, got to have a verb because we're replacing la culpa. We're saying the old lady or the young man has it. La culpa, right? La culpa is the it. So what would we do? Give it a try, you guys, in the chat. Remember, that's what they're there for. The woman has it or the young man has it. Come on, y'all. Arshad, give it a try. Perfect, Joe Marion. That's absolutely perfect. Good job. Malia, what do you say? Perfect. Brooklyn, absolutely. Malia, Arshad, give it a try. Remember, chat box is scrap paper. No sweat. Yay. Very good, Malia. Perfect. Arshad? So tiene is our verb, right? We have to have the verb and we're going to replace what it is she has, right? Because that's the action or that's what's receiving the action. Okay. So we can say la vieja or ella, whichever, right? La tiene. Okay. Check the chat, please. La vieja la tiene or she, right? Ella la tiene. So she has the guilt, right? So is that what you thought was going to happen in this story, you guys? No, right? Yeah. And so really, what's the story about? Is it really about cookies? What's it about? What's this little story trying to tell us? What do you think, Brooklyn? What do you think, Malia? What's the little story about? You guys can unmute. Malia, what do you think? Come on, you guys, I need your participation. I don't like talking to myself. What's the story about? Yeah, don't judge somebody. Absolutely. Don't judge the kid just because he had like the punk hairdo and he was a young kid and he was listening to music and do, right? You can't judge. Okay. Can't judge those stereotypes, right? All right. Very good. Good job. Okay. The next thing that we're going to do is we're going to practice you guys with a little game. So I need for everybody to log in. And then depending upon how much time we have, I'll show you what we're going to do next. Okay. So let me get the link pulled up here. And let's see. Okay. All right, check out the chat. There's the link. Okay, let's get logged in as quickly as we can. Okay, Joe Marion. All right, let's do this. Hey, you guys, give it your best shot, right? It's just practice. It's meant to be lighthearted practice. Go with it. It's like we got a tug of war. Right. There's some shifting. Come on, you guys, you got this. Okay, Brooke and Jamarian, pretty close. Oh. Rashad and Malia are tied. Brooke is on top. How quickly things change. Now it's Arshad. Okay, you guys have a minute left. Make it count. Malia. Woo-hoo. Ah. Joe Marion. Okay, you have about 35 seconds. Brooke. $25 seconds. Five seconds. All right. Good job, you guys. Good job. Everybody took a turn. Everybody took a turn. Okay. So in the chat, or you can just show me your hands or whatever. 3, 2, 1. How are you feeling about these direct object pronouns? 3. Okay, Malia. Thank you. Anybody else? Either give me a 3, 2, 1 in the chat or just hold up some fingers, whichever. Okay, Arshad, Brooklyn, Joe Marion, 3, 2, 1. About these direct object pronouns. Because I'm getting ready to kind of switch it up a little bit. So I want to make sure you're comfortable here before we do that. Joe Marion, 3, 2, 1, Brooklyn. Okay, cool. All right. So now I need like some real big attention, okay, from everyone, okay, because I'm going to switch it up. So let me switch my screen up. Hold on 1 second. Okay. All right, so let's take a look at this. There's 4 questions. Okay, now super important. Okay, Arshad, Malia, Jamarian, ready? In these questions, you are not rewriting the question. You are going to answer the question, of course, in Spanish and using a direct object pronoun. So let's sort out this first one together, okay? We don't even need to know what these sentences mean, right? We just need to be able to we should know what they mean, but all we need to do is be able to figure out what the parts and pieces are, okay? So let's look at number 1 real quick. So who can tell me what is the verb in number 1? And it'd be faster if you guys unmuted, but that's okay. Do what you feel comfortable with. We're on number 1. What is the verb? What is the action in number 1? It says, compran ustedes los pescados? compran ustedes los pescados? What is the verb? What is the action? What word is the verb? I'm not asking you to tell me what it means. I'm just asking you to identify which one is what is the action happening here? What do you think, Arshad? What's the action? Good, Malia. Good, Brooklyn. Okay, so our action, you guys, is compran. It's the one that goes with ustedes, right? Ustedes. So you all are buying, right? Comprar is to buy. So you all are buying. Okay, well, what are we buying? Los pescados, right? We're buying los pescados, which is fish, but we don't even need to know that. But we do need to be able to figure out, right? What is the thing receiving the action? So in this case, what is the thing being bought? It's los pescados, right, you guys? So what is our direct object pronoun going to be? We're going to replace this. What are we going to use? Los pescados. What are we going to use? We're going to use los, right? Okay. We're on number 1. Now, the next thing that we have to figure out, and this is where it gets tricky, so I need everybody to pay attention. Okay, we have figured out that compran is our verb. It's an AR verb, and I know that because it says AN, compran, with an A. So I have to know, in order to be able to answer the question, what is the form that goes with nosotros? So if it's O, my verb endings are O, A-S-A, amos. Remember these, you guys? And on. Okay? So in my blank, I need the form here that goes with nosotros because I'm answering the question, right? So how am I going to fill in this blank? Are you guys buying the fish? Yes, we are buying them. What is my sentence going to look like? Put it in chat. Remember, it's our scrap paper. That's why we make our mistakes and stuff in the chat and not in our assignments. So tell me in chat, how would I fill in the blank for number 1? How do I answer the question? I'm going to give you all a minute, but y'all need to be thinking. Come on, because we have to move on. So I need to know that you're getting what I'm saying here. If you're not sure what I'm asking, or if you don't know, IDK in the chat. That is the answer that you need to put in. If you're confused and you're not sure, you need to tell me that. I don't know. IDK. All right. Gracias, Jomarian. Arshad, Malia, Brooklyn. Okay, good, Arshad. Malia, Brooklyn. Remember, you can tell me IDK instead of leaving us waiting. Tell me if you don't know. Okay, Brooklyn, Malia. What do you think, Malia? What are we going to do for number one? In the chat, please. In the chat. Okay. All right. So let's take a look. So this is super important. Okay, you guys. So ustedes, because we're answering the question, right? You all. Then when we answer the question, are you all buying fish? Yeah, we are, right? Because we're talking to more than one person. So ustedes becomes nosotros. So we don't use that. So if we're talking about nosotros, we need to find our verb, which we already did. Okay, I hope y'all are listening. And we need the form of the verb that goes with nosotros. Right? So if this is our yo form and this is our tú, and this is él and ella and usted, okay? And this is going to be nosotros, and this one's going to be ustedes and ellos and whatever, and ellas, okay? So we need this now because it's nosotros. So our sentence would be, si nosotros compramos. Okay, because if our verb is comprar, just to remind everybody. Okay, if our verb is comprar, remember we get rid of the AR to find the root, and then we add the appropriate ending. So compramos. Well, if it's compramos, what is it we're buying, you guys? We are buying the fish, which in this case is plural, masculine and plural. So our pronoun is going to be los. Remember, we're replacing. Okay, so our sentence is going to be, si nosotros, and I'm just going to abbreviate, los compramos. Okay, so take a look at my screen. So we have our verb now, the correct form that goes with nosotros, because that's what it is if you're going to answer the question. Los is our direct object pronoun for them. Yes, we are buying them. Nosotros los compramos. We are buying them. Remember, the point of a direct object pronoun is that we are replacing the item in the sentence. So we can say it or them instead of having to repeat it all the time. Okay, everybody clear or clear as mud? What do y'all tell me? Yes, makes sense? Yes? Okay. All right, I'm going to back out of that for just a second. And I'm going to do one other thing here. Give me a second. Okay. All right. So let's take a look at this. Now, obviously, there's what, 5 of them here. Okay. We're not going to do all 5, but I'm feeling some uncertainty. So let's just do a couple of these together. Okay. But you all have to either unmute to tell me your sentence, or you need to pop it in the chat so I can see, because I need some feedback from you. Okay. Okay. So let's do the first one together. I'll coach you, and then we'll do another one. Let's see how much time we have. We'll do another one, and I won't coach you. Okay. All right. So let's do number 1 here. Who can tell me what's the verb? But we need to be quick because our time is running. We're going to do number 1. What's the verb here? The verb, the action. Ask yourself, what is the action? Okay, good. The action is reading, right? I'm reading the book. Okay, so what is the thing? So this is our verb. I'm going to put a little V here. Verb for action, right? What is the thing being read? What is the thing being read? The book. Good. So if the book is the thing being read. This is our direct object because it is the object that directly receives the action, right? It is the object or person that directly receives the action. So in this case, it is the book that is being read. That means it's the thing that we're replacing. We want to say, I'm reading it. So this is masculine and singular. So what pronoun do I use to replace el libro? Do I use lo, la, los, or las to replace el libro? Lo, la, los, or las? What do I use? I use lo, right? Because it's masculine and singular, lo. Okay. Well, if this is our verb, yo lo leo. I'm reading it, or I read it. It goes in front of the verb because we only have one verb. Okay, questions? Okay, I'm going to let you, without any coaching, I'm going to let you do this one here. 1, 2, 3. This would be number 4, I guess. Okay, number 4. Find the verb. What is it that's receiving the object of the verb? Is it masculine, feminine, singular, or plural? And then rewrite your sentence. Okay, so in number 4, you're going to put your sentence in the chat for number 4. Okay, I need to hear from everyone. Perfect, Malia. Okay, I need to hear from everyone. Arshad, Jamarian. If you don't know, that's what you tell me, right? Don't leave me hanging. Yay, Arshad. Use the example up on the screen if that helps. Okay. Brooklyn, what say you? What do you say, Brooklyn? Okay. All right, good. All right, so let's see, you guys. Let's take this in steps. Okay. So our first step, you guys, is to identify the action or the verb. And I'm just going to put verb up here because it's shorter for me. So identify the action. So in number 4, Brooklyn, what is the action? Good. You beat me to it. Jamarian, what is the action in number 4? Good. So this is our verb. And the rule is if we only have this one verb like this, right, that it goes in front of. Our pronoun is going to go in front of the verb. Okay, so what is the thing that's receiving the action of the verb? Okay. So that's the next deal, right? We have to identify the object, the direct object. So in this case, you guys, it's going to be unos lápices. So is unos lápices masculine or feminine? It's masculine, okay, unos. Is it singular or plural? It's plural, right? Unos lápices. So if it's masculine, in this case, and plural, what pronoun do we use? Do we use lo? Do we use la, los, or las? Jamarian, which one do we use? Los. So I'm replacing this, right? Because my goal is not to keep repeating these same things. If I'm deciding that it's masculine and plural and I'm going to use los, and I know I've already identified my verb, los goes right here. So my sentence is going to be, los estudiantes los necesitan, period. Right? 3 steps. Los estudiantes los necesitan. Does that make sense, you guys? Okay, give me a 3, 2, 1 if that makes sense to you. Okay. Okay. It's just a matter, you guys, of like it's like a math problem. You know what I mean? Like in algebra or something. Aren't there things that you have to do like first and second? Like when you're trying to figure out an equation, if it's in parentheses or if it's not in parentheses. Am I right, you guys? Help me out because I don't do algebra. Isn't there like a sequence, an order that you have to do stuff in math? Right? Or in algebra anyway? So to get your answer, so this is the same thing. It's just with words, right? They're just word problems in a way. Okay. All right. Okay. So before we finish up here, is there anything that I can clarify before I switch off the screen? Is there something that's really just like throwing you in a loop and then I can address that? Or is it just a matter of practice? Because if there's a specific question here, right? So remember our pronouns are lo, la, right? Los and las. Okay. Right. And if we have the one verb, once we find the verb, it goes in front of that. Okay. All right. We have to practice, you guys. So can you meet me in Canvas, please? If y'all can meet me in Canvas, that would be lovely. Okay. Actually, I don't know. Your Go Guardian's still not. It's loading, loading, loading. Okay. So once you're in Canvas, I think we're all there. Malia, are you in Canvas? So meet me in modules. My computer's thinking. Come on. Come on, computer. Okay. So scroll down, unit 4, right? Scroll down to our direct object pronouns here. And the practice sheet, you guys, is due tomorrow. That's the one that I gave you last week, where you just rewrite the sentences. Remember, if you have two verbs, one of your options is adding it to the end of the second verb, right? I did put your presentación. Make sure that you open that up. It'll give you a point. Make sure that you read it. Those are just notes to help you. You can leave it open actually as you work. Okay, and then we have these two VHL assignments that are due next week. You know, I always give you guys a week. This is the first one we did together today. So remember that we are answering the question. So these are all AR verbs, right? And so we need to make sure that when we answer the question, that our form of the verb, just like we practiced in number 1 earlier, is going to change, right? To fit the new sentence. Remember, you guys, in the resource library, you have all of those verb endings. So these are regular AR verbs. You can open up that, okay? And that'll help you with the endings, right? There's another one called El Detectivo. You can find it. I want to make sure I give you these instructions real fast. So this one's not difficult, okay? But you got to look at the instructions. It says Tess and Patricia are learning to make seco de carne. Seco de carne is like jerky, like beef jerky, okay? Can you help them? Find the noun represented by each direct object pronoun. So it's backward. So it's giving you, right, Jamarian? It says yo la compro. So if it's la, we know that whatever they're buying is feminine and singular. It's la. So when you click on your drop down, which one of these is feminine and singular? Are y'all with me? They're just working it backward. Got it? Okay. And there's only, 3 of them. Okay. So knock these out real quick. If you have a question, you guys, I do have office hours tomorrow. Remember, from 1:45 to 2:40. So you can pop in office hours tomorrow if you have a question. Okay. All right, you guys, great job today. Lots of thinking. That's a good thing. Okay. Adios. Nos vemos miércoles, right? I'll see you Wednesday, unless you want to join me tomorrow if you need help with any of these. Okay. All right, clase. Feliz día a todos. Que tengan feliz días. Okay. Adios a todos. Have a great day, you guys.